Good afternoon, friends. Hope you're having a good Tuesday afternoon. Just got off work, finished work, my regular work, and now I'm gonna walk around, check out what I need to do on the farm this evening, see what there is that can be done in a couple of hours. So, got a little bit of lettuce here. I need to harvest that. I harvested this one the other day, and it is just about ready again. That is growing really nicely and really quick. I think there is some asparagus in there that I need to get. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that picked up. The asparagus, if you haven't grown it before, it grows these ferns. I'll show you those in just a minute. But the spearheads that pop up, we like, are about this size. Let's see how many of these we have in here today. We get about a handful of these out of this bed every day. So, not a great number of them in here today. A few that were overgrown. Cut them off. So just a few out of that bed today. A few small ones there. Let's try these. See these over here. Got some other ones from our original location. So that added a few more. And the other day, this asparagus bed I planted last year, I need to come back through here and finish cleaning this up. But the grass, for whatever reason, took this bed over. And so I took a flame weeder and burned that out so that I could at least clean it up, make it more manageable. I mean, the grass was really high in there. And covering up those asparagus. The asparagus, I believe, will come back. I just need to cut them off and clean all the rest of that up. Swiss chard is looking good. Got some small leaves there we can harvest for our dinner. Always weeding to do. And over here in our strawberry bed, there are lots of them, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest some of these strawberries. These guys are just beautiful. May have to go get something to put them in. I think I've got more than I can carry. So, yep, beautiful strawberries. Lots of them in here. Had some for breakfast with our with our eggs this morning. My wife cut up some fruit and added that to our breakfast. Really good. All right, I got to get a bowl. I'll be back. All right, now I got something to put these in. This is, so far, this is one of the best years we've had for strawberries. They're very prolific. It's been threatening rain here all day. I'm not sure what the weather's doing where you are. Had a few showers and sprinkles, but no serious rain. Yeah, it's making a nice bunch of strawberries out of here today. This guy's overwintered very well. We kept you can probably see this PVC. We put a cover over them in the winter. Put some straw down over them, and we also put an extra cover on there to help them stay a little bit warmer. My wife said she saw a couple of slugs out here the other day on a couple, but I haven't seen any yet. I think the eggshells will help deter them. Have some that have a a little bit white on one side. We kind of twist those around so the white side is up. They tend to ripen a little bit better in the sunlight. So we'll try to expose them to the sun as much as we can. So what are you guys harvesting in your gardens, your flowers? Leave a comment below and let us know what's going on at your place. Hopefully I can get this done pretty quickly and we can get out to the chickens and the animals and the market garden, see what's going on out there. These plants, sometimes they're hard to see. I also learned the other day, I never knew this, but these young strawberry leaves on the younger plants here are also edible and very nutritious. Not sure where I heard that the other day, but a few of them will just leave in the pasture there for birds and stuff to pick up. You can see this, but all of our kitchen garden beds are on a micro irrigation system on a timer, so they get watered sometimes whether we want them to or not. I don't have a rain freeze sensor on this system, but try to turn it off when we know there's going to be a lot of rain. And try to get any of the dead or dying ones out of here so that they don't rot and attract unwanted bugs, pests. We have bird netting we put over these guys too. When we start having different times of the year, sometimes the birds will get into these strawberries. So if you've never seen how asparagus grows, I tried to show you earlier, but these ferns come up, and these are younger, smaller ones. We just let those come up and flower, but they'll produce again next year. But when we have heads like this asparagus head that are good size, we just pop those guys off or cut them off, and that's how we get asparagus. And over the summer, these smaller ones, we'll let these grow, and these ferns will add energy to the root system and keep them going for the next season. They come back year after year. So when we bring the asparagus in, we just take a cup and put some water in a cup, and just like you would a flower or something you're trying to keep for a day or two, and we'll just let those sit in there. You can also put them in the refrigerator, they'll last longer. Certainly in a cup with some water in the refrigerator, they'll last a bit longer, but they usually don't stay here that long. We'll make those for dinner. Now the grapevines are just going crazy. I've got to get out here as soon as I can and do some trimming and do some clipping these guys up. But you see where all of these have flowered. These are all clusters of grapes. These are Concord. You see how many grapes are going to be on there. You guys are looking awesome. We've got a lot of them. All of these large vines, I've got to decide which ones to clip and which ones to tie down to the vines. But there are, on the Neptunes and the Concords as well, just tons. You can see all the little tiny, if you can see those will become grapes. And there are lots and lots of these guys. So again, I've got quite a few branches and things here that I've got to get out and maintain and get them back on this trellis, this grape trellis, very quickly. I think everything out here wants to be fed. That's one of our old horses. And this hilarious guy, he's such a pain, like a giant dog. Give them a little bit of grain to snack on. She's losing her winter coat and looking better. All right, let's see if these girls want some table scraps today. Looks like we've got some cantaloupe and some coffee grounds and some strawberry pieces. And they love kitchen scraps. I think they'd rather have this than their grain. Oh, there's some grapes and some busted eggshells. Yeah, those guys really enjoy that. You're welcome, ladies. Here's our busy group of other pasture-raised chickens. Let's check out the water. I actually bought another one of these in the pet section. These automatic waterers for pets, like a dog or something. And I think I mentioned this in another video, but this works on from our spring catchment, which is way up there, and the water runs out to this. Get off of there, you silly girl. Not ready to put that out for you yet. Anyway, so I bought one for the other group of chickens and put that out as well. And throw some green out to these guys so they'll let me get their eggs. And look in all of these and make sure there's no sneaky snakes in there. Don't see any today. That's good news. I don't use these side boxes very often, but sometimes they do. Haven't counted to see how many of these hens we have left, but I know we're getting, between these two groups, we get almost 4 dozen a day. That's a lot of egg washing. Last week we had so much rain, we had a few things that just got drowned. So kind of recreating or rebuilding some of the beds. This one, I haven't planted anything yet. That's going to be the tomatillos that are coming out of the greenhouse, or the A-frame seed starter. And this row is to replace some Swiss chard and lettuce that got washed out in these 2 rows. Actually these three rows. So I'm going to end up replanting those guys. There's some of these arugula that are still hanging in there. If we don't get any more rain, they might actually make it. We'll find out. Man, these little pullets will grow fast. 34 of them here. And they eat a lot of food. We can fill this feeder up for them. There we go. Gonna need some more food for them. Luckily, the guys from Trinity Haymarket are coming out tomorrow. They need to do an inventory and find out which breeds we have for them, so they can get them to the right owners, because these guys are all sold. But they are doing well and loving that chicken feed. I have one strange one here. I don't know what it is. You can see that one kind of in the back right there. Has very few feathers on it. Healthy as it can be. It's got feathers on its feet, but it's like missing feathers down its wings and on its back. Don't know what that is. If you've ever seen chicks or pullets do that, leave it in the comments below and let us know what you think. Well, it's not the most beautiful day to be out washing eggs outside, but the wind is nice and cool. Did some of these yesterday and try to do some more of them today. As long as we don't get the eggs wet, or get the eggs wet anyway before we're ready to clean them, it works really well. They can stay unwashed for several days and be perfectly good, perfectly safe. When you wash them and wash the coating that the chickens put on them, if you wash that coating off, then you've got to wash and refrigerate them and get them clean really quickly. So try to do it before they are in this state, have so many of them to do. The other thing I like to have fill one of these buckets with water, and that way we have any of the eggs that float. If they're cracked or damaged or float, like this one has a crack in it, so it's already kind of floating. So we'll not want that one in our eggs for sale. So we'll just wash them up here. I got this table. It's actually just connected to one of our water hoses, a water line, and It's actually a fish cleaning table, but it works perfectly along with this rack I made. I did a video on this rack as well for washing vegetables and stuff, and it's working out really well. So I just washed them, clean up the eggs with this antibacterial soap, and I've got water right here that I can use if I need it. And I've got 650 gallons of water right there in our rain catchment system that I could use, and maybe longer term, that'll be a goal, is to actually plummet to this. But you can only do so much in a day. So I'm gonna get these eggs washed and get them refrigerated and ready for all of the people that like our eggs. So hope you had a good day. We'll see you next time.
I was scared to move forward, but now that I've made my way in, I will not turn around.